Hello then, welcome back to France. Last time I sadly ended up in a problem. The episode did not get recorded. Although this was just 1 second clip, even though the recording problem did say that I was recording. So this is probably a little bit confusing. We have been in war with Austria for a while. I've been using a lot of troops. We've had a few very hilariously bad losses. To be perfectly honest, as you can see here, where is my losses? 115,000 so far is the biggest army we've had. Lithuania attacked the entirety of the Austrian forces, or Bavaria-Austrian alliance. But the losses that I'm speaking about are the losses that I attacked, high numbers, and lost. Like, let's see if we can actually find one. 40 versus 30,000, nope. 24 versus 5, nope. 24 versus 14, nope. But I basically had a couple of battles where I outnumbered them 2 to 1, approximately. Like this 168 versus 41, they attacked me, and I lost, so yeah. Currently, Austria was 2 attacks ahead of me, so what we did last time was go to level 21 military attack. They are 22, so I do have some pretty severe advantages, sadly, that we'll have to deal with. But for now, I'm just going to go out, check if it actually recorded this, and I'll be back very soon. We'll continue the war. I'm basically very slow, but been sieging here. We also had Bohemia deciding that they wanted to give me Ancona, which wasn't the best thing ever, but hey, I'll take it. But yeah, I'll be back shortly. It is recording, so I guess it was just a hiccup. But anyways, we'll continue the war where we left off. Basically, we have been making some pretty aggressive moves here against the Austrians. And in terms of what I've basically been doing, the start of this war was basically just me leaving everything in the hands of my allies in this one, which is, well, as you might expect, Poland, sorry, not Poland, but Lithuania, Bohemia, Wallachia. We're basically against the evil federation that is, well, the Holy Roman Empire. And so far we've been doing very, very well. Everything has been left in hand, as I said, of my allies. So Austria is basically out of manpower. They're employing a ton of mercenaries, and all along they're basically slowly but surely burning here. All that we really need to do is make sure that I get the fortresses. So I can potentially try and hand something over to, as you might expect here, good old ally. So we'll be aiming at doing that. But of course, I'm also going to aim at getting the troops, other troops here, out of the war, which is going to be a harsh thing to do. Hopefully here I can actually get away before the Austrians arrive. I could not, sadly. We'll attempt to improve the situation. And yeah, these guys will actually come in here and potentially help, hopefully, and pull off a victory in this battle. We actually did a wipe with those guys coming in and help, so that's good. But yeah, for now we'll just keep this as one. I'll unsiege that Austrian fort. And as you can see, I do have had a lot of lost battles. What I'm basically using with these 24,000 forces that they're supposed to be is currently I'm putting them in positions where they can protect, if you will, my interests. Currently I'm losing a lot of money due to army maintenance. They're all being reinforced, basically, which is a problem. But I want to wait until next month before I actually do any more tech upgrades, so for the time being, I'm just focusing here on getting, as I said, the provinces that I can hand over to, or try and get Bohemia to hand over to a vassal of mine, because that would be amazing if they did. So let's just see if we can feed Croatia their cause, because then I can just annex them, which would be helpful at the very least. So as I said, let's just make some moves here, try and get the Austrian sieged, and hopefully here we can make something work. England has figured out that they can have permanent navies, so good on them, I guess. But as I said, I'll just keep these troops kind of in a middle zone, if you will. Well, they'll not be doing too much. Basically, I'll be conquering Hungary, but not much else for my own sake. Now, I think it's time that we did some tech upgrades, because we're basically maxing out our points here. So let's go ahead and do that. Admin tech, Constitution, level 22. Can I build Town Hall? Another group of ideas. Constitutional Monarchy and Constitutional Republic. Next one is going to be very interesting. Administrative efficiency plus 25%, minus 25 to coin cost, basically. We're also going to research the technology limes, which is diplomatic tech, 22. Naval attrition is no longer increased by staying out of siege mode. Morale increased by 0.5. Maintenance by 25%. 2-decker, travel cool, and a stock and change. So basically, I have new transport ship and a new heavy ship. So I need to do another upgrade of my stuff here. I don't really want to go into this tree here, but I think I need to. I think I might need the or at the very least defensive ideas here. Morale, maneuver, maintenance, things like this. All of these will be potentially very, very useful. But I'm a little bit unsure if I actually want to go something like aristocratic ideas for, well, mostly just this one. tradition decay, things like that, but we'll have to see. I'm a little bit unsure. For now, I'll just leave this slot open. There's no need to hurry. But I definitely do need to catch a military attack, so we'll have to see. I might change the focus to military soon enough. But I'm still in a conquering mood, or conquering strategy. So there's no need for me to change just yet. If I do, I'll probably end up in a very awkward and potentially bad situation. So we'll be careful. But we now have nationalism and imperialism cast as allies, which is going to be very, very helpful in terms of big-scale conquest. So finally a game where I actually play long enough to have this happen, if you will. But yeah, I'll sit back, I'll do some sieges. The bigger battles I'll show you, but slowly but surely here we should be able to take everything that I am trying to do. I'm of course also going to be aiming at getting certain people out of the wars, of course, so we'll have to see if I actually have any success on that. But it's going to be interesting too. We are losing a lot of money, but again, I can easily earn a lot of money, so it's not really a big deal, as you might expect, or imagine. Let's put that in Croatia's hands, and next one here will be Hungarian hands. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what to do here. But worst case scenario is that Bohemia actually takes some of the provinces that are Hungarian, because they do have claims to them. So we'll have to see, of course, what I... Tut. As you can see, Milan actually now went on a declared war on the Emperor. That is a sweet, well, ball of I don't want to be a part of that. The funny thing is that this could actually be to my advantage in the long run. So we'll have to see. They'll basically be beating on Austria long after I leave. So again, it could definitely be to my advantage. Are you going to the same place I am? You are. You're going to beat on Austria, so no need for me to actually join the fight. It's going to be interesting, this. But I think it's time to start moving some troops back home, honestly, because they are taking attrition for no good reason. So we're going to start moving some troops home. We're going to focus on, of course, finishing off my enemy here. Get the things that I want. So I think I'm just going to siege Wien. That should end it, literally, the war with Austria at least. Saint Jose has become a full-fledged colony, so we're getting very close here to setting up another colonial nation. Basically just finish these two, then I can colonize these two. And that should be enough to create, as you might imagine, another colonial nation. Before time being, we'll just, as I said, allow this war to rage on. Any bigger battles I'll show you, but we'll slowly and surely just aim at sieging for now and probably until the end. I'll have to see. I'm also very tempted to go after Burgundy. I got free claims to the entire region. But we'll have to see. As I said, I definitely want to try and get the next admin tech here, so it might be 14 more years of peace before we do anything drastic. I might go after, of course, Lucca for basically just to finish off the Genoan piece of land here, which is very, very likely actually. And I might also, of course, go after Milan, but I need to figure out a way to attack them without dragging, well, the entire world in. Gallaudet seems to be a very good target here in terms of the fact they're allied with England too, so I'll have to figure that out later. Before the time being, it looks very likely that a war with England is very close, but of course, as I said, we'll have to see how we want to handle that. East Frisia is still just that single province. Gallaudet is a little bit bigger. Scandinavia is going to be called in as co-belligerent, if anything, and they have the same military attack as me. But we still have a Regents Council, of course, so it's going to take at least 2 more years before we're done with this. But as I said, I'll continue the sieges here, and we'll see what we end up with. Hopefully, victory. Should be, well, at least a little bit interesting to witness. We'll see how it goes. The Pope condemns slavery. Accept the papal bull. Basically, I get 5 papal influence, clove tabs for 5%, and basically condemn slavery, which isn't really a big problem for me. 50% opinion, I guess we'll accept the papal bull. I have no idea what will happen when I say no, but it will probably just be pissed. Probably lose a little bit of influence and prestige, very likely. What we're actually going to do now is use our abilities here. We can actually get, as you can see, an extra stability point for 100 papal influence, and we're going to actually do that. Free stability, basically, because we have gotten him once, the thing with the other things. Trier got forced out of the war, as you can see, so not really much you can do about that. Trier got actually... Well, Trier did something. I have no idea what. I have a feeling they actually got vassalized. Nope. I should have read that thing a little bit closer. But as you can see, the war is slowly going our way. I'm very tempted to hand Wien under the occupation of Hungary. It would be hilarious if Hungary actually got that handed over, just as a bad joke, if you will. Torrental is over. We're going to hand this over to Hungary because it's their core. And these guys are going to get moved home or into Genoa because we're preparing for a war against Lucca, as you know. Lucca don't actually have any allies anymore, so it'll probably just get easily gold up completely by Genoa. And again, I'm probably just going to get the Papal area and potentially, if I can, Napoli. Not really much else. We'll just have to wait and see how I want to handle this. More diplomatic power, free diplomatic power. Can't complain on that. So again, I'm a little bit unsure how I want to handle this, but we'll see. And also in terms of good old enemy here, I'm a little bit unsure how I want to handle that too. But I think we just want to see if something gets handed over to Hungary. If it happens, it would be good. If not, then, well, no need to cry with spilled milk, that kind of thing. So I'll sit back here and we'll see what we end up with. There we go. They just made peace, as you can see. Austria will see no hassle to Bohemia. Bavaria both forced to give Bohemia 10% of their monthly income. And basically, this means that Bohemia now took a core of Hungary, which makes them an enemy very soon. And also this means that Lucca now is indeed very much a free target that will be declared war as soon as I'm out of Regency, which is very, very soon. So I have to decide what to do here. I definitely know that I want to fight England pretty much right off the bat, I think. England is 22 military attack, but they're limited by the force of their army. It's not very large, if you will. And I'm also going to be moving, 48,000 troops over to England. I'm going to be moving another 24,000 stack to Scandinavia, because I think I'll call them in as a co-belligerent. They have land I want, England and Magdeburg, so they're definitely coming in as a co-belligerent. And I'll just have to try and take as many English provinces as I can. It's kind of limited, thanks to the fact that we have been with the Regency Council for so long. So I'll have to deal with that one way or another, but for now we'll prepare ourselves for war against Scandinavia. And of course Lucca too. Lucca will, in its entirety, will be handed in on Genoa, I think. And then we'll fight the Pope whenever we feel like, yeah. September 82, so still a tiny bit of time. It's going to be interesting to hear what happens in the current wars she has. Milan, Lorraine, Burgundy, Poland, Masovia. I am very tempted to declare war on Burgundy here, because of the fact that I can just hand over Romagna in this one war. And I could potentially break the alliance that's scary here. The Poland alliance, for instance, and Burgundy alliance. And then I can deal with, Milan here as I see fit in the future. But we'll have to wait and see. But this is where we're going to end it. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.